You guys can hear me? Okay. First day of trading week. Let's begin this week. The best one is, um, this is NFP week. It's a special one, isn't it? So today also special day, as we can see that XAUSD started to reverse potentially here. And in this reversal, let's try to find an entry opportunity. And I would like to say every member is here so that we can begin. If you guys delay, then the trade will be delayed. So I'm waiting for everyone to show up. Say yes in the live chat if you're here. How are you? Just sitting waiting for you to come on live. Welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm joining this session for the first time. Patrick, I'm sure that you'll enjoy. If you are joining for the first time, then um, I'm sure you will enjoy and you will stick to the session, as well as any other session coming every single day, coming on live on this platform to give the best trading education, as well as to also get the best trading education as well. I also learn a lot from here, so it's a learning and growing together. So at the moment, what we can see, we are looking at XAUSD. It's my first time here. Okay, so welcome. And for those who are on the first time, make sure that when we are opening a position, you always use position size calculator for entering into the trade, and with proper risk management, which is very important. So at the moment, I'm just joining for the first time, coach. Do you have any mentorship program? Yes, of course. This is what we do here, helping traders to become their best version of themselves. If you want to explore more, you can find the link below this video. Visit www.forextradingwizard.com. Currently 95% off the mentorship, as well as everything included, including the tools that I'm using. You can find link below this video for those who wanted to explore. Currently membership on mentorship, as well as the tool, 95% off for very limited time for only few members. Once spot filled, it might not remain anymore. So you can find link below this video, www.forextradingwizard.com. So let's now look at the market. Now, this is what we posted the analysis early today for the market to potentially to have a bounce here. Let's look at the monthly again. I'm going to do a complete multi-time frame analysis to see how the market potentially doing here. Now you can see that there's a gap open on the monthly. This is the first day of the month as well as the week that we have seen. And with this gap open, so with that gap open, what we see, the market from this gap open, after initial retest of the gap, there is a bounce, and currently the market just at monthly level. If we look at the weekly here, we can see that weekly perspective, this is the weekly price action, where from this weekly there is an initial bounce here. Looking at the daily, here is the daily price action, where from this daily support we have seen that there is a bounce here on the daily, and with that bounce, you can see this is a resistance line here where there is a high liquidity zone, expecting for the market to retest and then either to return again. And as you can see, this is the daily resistance line where there is high liquidity, and from that zone you could see that the market potentially coming here towards the downside. So looking at the 1 hour chart here, and looking at 1 hour chart, this is the lower time frame price action, and looking at 15 minutes perspective here, look at the lower time frame. Okay, so um here is, okay, so what we can see that looking at the 1 hour chart, if you guys look at it, you can see this is a long week 1 hour candle, and with that long week 1 hour candle, expecting for the market to retest and then to potentially bounce back up. And this is the important 1 hour candlestick pattern. And I'm going to look at the 1 minute chart now to see how the price might be doing here in that area. And what we see that in this zone here from the 1 minute chart, okay, so here is, this is an important level of 1 minute price action. And in this lower time frame, there is an uptrend here. Okay, so you can see that this is an uptrend impulse correction, another impulse correction. So the market is in an impulsive move here, creating series of higher high and higher low, which is in an uptrending market structure. And in that uptrending market, so what we can see in this area here, this is the resistance, a drop to that support from that resistance. And in that area, what we can expect for this market from this support level to have an upside bias here. So this is the zone here where from this support level, okay, so you can see that this is important level of support here, let's say USD, and from that support, expecting for the price to potentially bounce. Okay, so you can see this is a bounce here, and in that bounce, okay, so you can see gap open, expecting it to again trend to the upside to create a new higher high. So what we can see with this is a significant level of support here. In that area, if you guys look at it, you can see this is an important support in this area. So this is the level that we can look at for this market to potentially what I think that we might see that an uptrend here. So the most important part when we are looking to enter into a trade is to look for a market that has grabbed enough liquidity from the support level. So this is the 1 hour support here where there is a high liquidity zone, and in that high liquidity zone, so if you look at here, you can see lower time frame, 5 minutes, 1 minute, quite a few that the level here, that zone here, that we can see the market is creating that structure. So let's look at, and this is where from this support we can expect for the market to potentially bounce. Okay, so we can see that bounce here, and with that bounce, expecting for the market to trend in that direction. So we'll be waiting for the price to grab liquidity and then to potentially trend to the upside to create a new higher high. At this point, we will be waiting for a deeper drop, and then once we see that drop, we can expect that liquidity grab, and once we see the liquidity grab, we can look for that entry opportunity here. So here is 30 minutes time frame, which looks very organized with a trend. So 30 minutes, this is an impulse here followed by this deeper correction, and we can see another impulse followed by, we can see that deeper correction here. So, and looking at that lower time frame, as you can see here, as well. The market is in a pretty strong, we have seen that pretty strong impulse, and with this impulse, expecting for the market to potentially trend, and then with that trend for the market to potentially bounce back up to create a new higher high. So waiting for the price to drop to the support and then to have another wave of breakout in this market. So looking at the lower time frame again, 1 minute chart here, a strong breakout and then to potentially trend. So let's wait for the market to show its hand, and then after this trend for the price to, so this is a, if you guys look at it, you can see from here pretty strong uptrend, pullback, another, we are looking to see that another uptrend in that area. So let's find out when we can find that entry opportunity in this market. So let's look at the now 1 minute chart again, looking at this support where would like to see that breakup structure. Once we can see that breakup structure, that's where we can look for that entry opportunity in this market. And in the meantime, traders, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Okay, so here what we can see in that zone, this is on the support level here, and with that support, the trend is pretty strongly up here, an impulse correction. So the market in a strong uptrend, and would like to see a potential break of structure. Now I would like to see also the daily price action here. Now from the daily perspective here, we can see that this is the daily price action. There is a long wick here with a healthy body, and today's price, we have seen the price tested this support here on the daily, and from this support there has been a bounce, and that bounce is quite important. What you can see that with this gap open here, okay, so the market currently approaching that daily opening and closing, which is very important. Okay, this is a significant level here from the 4-hour perspective. Now this is the level that what we could see that the market ultimately potentially, but I think that going to retest the 4-hour 20 EMS. So 287980 level is the target that we can look for potential upside here. So any break below can give us potential entry. Now here you can see this trend that we can see that local uptrend is a little exhausted. Currently see that little sideway, and with that little sideway, that's where you can see this is a wanting to see the market is breaking from that structure, okay, and then to enter. Okay, so this is where you can see the market is approaching that level, and once we see that drop here to the liquidity zone, that's where you will be looking for potential entry here. We can place a pending order once we see the market set up for that potential bounce. And in the meantime, for those who have joined today in this live session, first round, can you hear? Yeah, guys, let me know where you are from. That's a very good to introduce yourself. Okay, I'm here. I'm from Melbourne. So if you guys somewhere anywhere here, can let me know. It's a very nice place here to live in, cool weather. So what's your current location and what's your weather? How's it going with you? You can share your I'm from Algeria. Summer or winter here there? That's I'm living in one of the best place in the world. That's great. So you guys also living in the best place in the world. Share your place and also your what's winter, summer, or how's it going. It's a great to hear that you guys are here. That's cool. And absolutely this live session also we Caribbean, St. Vincent, that's it's very nice. I saw on a cricket that's I haven't visited, but spring season. Okay, yeah, that's nice. From South Africa, another great place. See that people from great place. That's really cool. It is in Africa. What's the season now at the moment? Okay, all right. So here there is a structure formation in that area from Ghana, Africa. Okay, that's what's the season? So in African season, I think it's summer at the moment. Okay, now okay, here is the market again after break of this low, getting some upside here. We may be able to place a pending order in that area. If you guys look at it, you can see this is the zone here. Okay, and with that zone here is we will be placing a pending order in that area. Okay, and 4-hour 20 MA is here. Okay, 1 hour 15 minutes and the 5 minutes. So would like to enter after still not entering, not placing anything, because would like to see the market has shown enough pullback. We might see an upside here. Okay, so but I think that if you look at the 1 hour here, we can see the market after this 1 hour candle. This is another one which is closing very soon, and with this candle close we could see that deeper pullback before this candle close, and then we can look for that entry opportunity in this market. So looking at the lower time frame here, looking at the 1 minute chart here as well. So pretty, what I would say that congested structure formation in that area, and that congested structure is where would like to see the market coming down here potentially. That's what we could see. Like to see the market has managed to have enough drop here, and once we see that the market has enough drop, okay, and that's where you will be looking for that potentially a move here in this market. So okay, this is the zone, this is the move that you would like to see. Now we see that here it's forming a bullish market structure at the moment, and might say look at the move here, see how far you can expect it to move. Okay, looking at the 30 minutes, you can see the market is still maintaining series of higher low in that area, so which is potentially, as this market is forming that series of higher low, this is a support level here in that area, and with that support level, expecting for the market to retest, grab liquidity, and then bounce back up to create a new higher high. So looking at the lower time frame again, 5 minutes, 1 minute, and the lower time frame, that's where could be a good point that we can look for this market to trend and then to drop back again to the support level. So this is the level that we would like to see the market is showing its hand, and then to bounce back up to create a new higher high. Okay guys, so here you can see there is a breakout as we mentioned, and okay, so here is now you can see this is a Okay, so we are waiting for the market to show its hand. We are waiting for the market to show its hand, and you can see the market here forming series of higher low in that area. And with that series of higher low, yeah, that's okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so here is, we can see that this is the support, and what we can see in this area here, this is the okay, here in this area, what you can see. Okay, so what you can see, the market ultimately from here has made that bounce towards the upside, and with that bounce we see 21 pip move in that direction, and we'll be waiting for this is the 1 hour chart. As you can see, it already has shown a bullish momentum here, and because it has shown that bullish momentum, wanting to see the market is coming for pullback and then to potentially bounce back up to the resistance line. We'll see that how far it might be heading to. And looking at here on the 30 minutes chart here, we can see the market is having an upside bias here. Look at the 15 minutes here chart here, we can see the market also having a move here, and with that move, so you can see this is a pretty strong bullish impulse here. So let's look at the 1 minute chart. We have again narrowed down to the 1 minute chart. So you guys see that I do change the time frame frequently, and there is a huge advantage behind it. We'll be discussing on Amsterdam. Welcome to live session Nigeria. Very good, thank you. Will you trade NFP with us live here? Absolutely, why not? NFP is the best day to trade on, guys. How many traders here ready for NFP this week? NFP, and we will be trading live. Not only will be trading live, we will be having a big target here to make our best trade for the month. Some people only trade NFP and make the whole month, sometime whole year. So guys, take it very seriously, because NFP is in fact a serious game coming up. So this is what we will be trading on. And you can see that this is the, here is okay, looking at again 30 minutes again. So this is the 30 minutes price action here, where the market is approaching that support level. Okay, and in that zone here, okay, so we can see that bounce. So the 1 hour chart, 1 hour candle closing, and we may see that ultimately the price is heading back to the resistance line here. We may see the market is heading back to the resistance line. And with that being said, wanting to see the market is coming back here in that level. Okay, so dropping down here to the support, and then to bounce, or at least to have a local break of structure. Now, for us to potentially enter in this market, this is 30 minutes showing so far bullish. And because it's so far bullish, okay, so here it is at the moment showing that bullish market structure. GJ also heading very aggressively. We had early today one trade on GJ, which is basically also moving. We will be discussing on that one as well. First of all, let's look at that on XAUSD, how it is doing. And so at the moment, so you can see that it's started to break below from that structure. And with that break below, expecting for the market to come back to the support and then to trend to the upside to create a new higher high. And looking at the 30 minutes again, you can see this is a 30 minutes bullish candle formation with a gap open, and this is a long price action here. I would like to enter after pullback. We could see a bounce here. Now for us to enter, Let's wait for here. The market is approaching that level. We still not on the trade. So if we look at the 4 hour here, 4 hour candlestick pattern is pretty healthy here. What you can see, the market slowly having an upside here from the weekly as well. The price just above the weekly low from the daily. Market is also approaching the daily level here. So currently there is no trade, guys. Still we are waiting for entry. So um, this is the zone that the price currently on this resistance, and this is the daily support here. Okay, so which is an important daily support. And in that daily support, if we look at the 1 hour and the lower time frame, wanting to see the market has come back well below that level. And then once we see enough drop here, okay, to the support level, that's where we can look for entry. So the 5 minutes candlestick pattern here, which is a full bullish engulfer here on the 5 minute chart, which is closing at the moment. You can see this is the 5 minutes candle. It's closed. See that here we can find potential entry. Now this support level, this is where you will be waiting to see the market has tested. If we see the market has tested the support, okay, so this is the support. That's what we are looking at in this market. And once we see the market has dropped to that support level, we would like to see that entry opportunity in this market. And okay, so looking at the 1 minute chart, and this is the trend line that wanting to see the market has tested or penetrated or broken below for us to enter. This is the plan. Okay, guys, trade your plan, plan your trade. This is the key, not only in trading, every aspect. Planning is very important. So the planning, when the market show its hand, that's where you will be entering into the trade. The market might do completely different than what we have expected, but that's completely fine, right? From South Africa, and it's raining this side in Johannesburg. So it's look good to hear that some rain, right? It's important. Okay, so the cam was turned off. Some rain here also. Okay, now there is a breakup structure that we're waiting to see. It's approaching that level here. Okay, we say that that breakout structure that we are looking at. You see, this is a complete red move. That's where potential opportunity may arise. So let's see where we will be placing the pending order. This kind of move is essential to look at. So I'm going to place a pending order here, buy stop just above this high here, stop loss below this low here. So 1 minute chart looks like a very big, but not very big, only 31 pip. And TP target currently we will be looking at here, and then you can adjust it. So putting a buy stop at 287.5.43, long pending 287.5.437, stop at 2872.30, and TP target for the time being we are putting at 2878.645. Placing it, trade. Come on. Student trigger. Sometimes does this without any reason. So got triggered. Mine. See the another break of structure. So here, as the market is breaking from the structure, we could see that potentially an upside, and to see where it is heading. I do share all my trades in the VIP group as well, except the AI trade. So mine was placed later. Now in this area, as we can see, the market has crossed that high, has formed that structure. Let's look at what's happened here. So look at the 15 minutes, pretty long candlestick pattern, 30 minutes and 1 hour as well. So 30 minutes also a huge long candle. The 1 hour, so you can see the market from that 1 hour also getting a rejection, 4 hour and the 30 minutes. So very aggressive move on the lower time frame. Okay, here we might see that on deeper pullback. So mine, if you guys are here, you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So um, good morning, hello, welcome. So anyone has got a trigger in that? Yeah, we had a massive trade on Gbpjpy. Our TP target as 191.86 is approaching that. So this is the trade just before you open the live session we have posted on the group. So GJ currently, this is the one that I have posted on the group. Just bringing the screenshot so that you know that you guys have followed along. I will be also going through a little bit of explanation on the trade. This one was posted just before the starting the live session, so which is in my zone 9:53 p.m. We started live session 10:20. So this is now GJ. It's almost hitting that at level. Suddenly we saw there was a massive breakout on GBPJPY, and which is currently running on almost 100 pip profit running. So with that on GJ, if you guys look at it, you can see that this is a move. And I will be also going through the trade, the education, and all the part of it. You can also understand that, how the market might be doing in those kind of situations. So GBPJPY is in the bull move. Now let's see on going back to XAUUSD to see what's happening in this instrument at the moment. Okay, so from the lower time frame, which we see the sideways movement, and for this my trade didn't trigger on XAUSD because I was late on entry. But anyone here has I had still had the pending order here. So anyone had entered any trade on that one here on XAUSD. So this is a pending order that has been posted also on the channel just now. So you guys know that this is what's happening. And okay, now this is the level that we can see from here. From here, very strong bounce. Okay, now Doji would like to see that break to the upside here. The price action is so far showing potential bullish. Guys, keep in mind that there is a term that we talk about a lot, that potential, so which is very important to understand that. Um, okay, narrow doji formation. Want to see the market is having potential upside. Now looking at 30 minutes again, from this support, having potential upside bias here. This is what we're waiting to see that. Okay, we see a doji formation. And with this doji, we may see the market is heading, and the goal here is to look to see the market is going to the 4-hour 20 EMA from the daily as well, from the 1-hour chart. $15 minutes, and the lower time frame, the 5 minutes chart here. So yeah, doji, and with this doji, would like to see that the market is as forming that series of higher low, and then potentially, yeah, so you can see that some upside, potentially a bias. Okay, so my trade is active now on XAUSD. I'm on. I'm in. The multiple long wick candles is being created in that area. So we are out of GBPJPY with nearly 200 pip, and in on XAUUSD. Now from 30 minutes, this is a bullish impulse that we can see. A narrow doji formation. With that in mind, what we can expect here for this market to have an upside bounce here to the level, and then to continue to rise to create a new higher high. Okay, so the impulse here is bullish so far. Okay, see that there's a potential bounce in that area, and that's what we can expect for the market to have that bias, and then to that bounce back up to the resistance line to create a new higher high. So this 1 minute drop and then bounce could be would like to see that it's getting that rejection to the upside, which is absolutely important to see that the market is in fact started to trend in the direction that we are looking at, and expecting an inverted head and shoulder formation here, and then to return back again to the upside to create a new higher high. It could be completely the other way around as well. So make sure that you always do the risk management. Now if you look at the 30 minutes here, you can see that this is the 30 minutes price section, and from the 30 minutes we can see the price with the gap open, it's having a bias here as well. So now this is the 4-hour candle. So 4-hour candle is pretty hopeful, that I would say, because the market is in fact trying to get to the 20 EMA, which is a very important liquidity zone here in this market. So looking at the 1-hour chart as well, looking at 30 minutes again, the candle is almost nearly to the close, and here, okay, so there's a gap open on the 1 minute chart, and that gap open might lead the price again in the direction of the major trend. Now with this gap open, what we can expect it for the market to bounce and then to create a new higher high. So this is the channel that we can see is potentially forming, and if it is forming that channel, that's where we will see that the market potentially be trending. Okay, so we see some upside improvement in that area, and the trend is very important to look at. Okay, back to gap open to gap candles here. Gap is very important to look at when we are looking at the market. Sometimes gap will tell you a lot of stories behind, so which is also an important price section that we need to look at when the market open with a gap, even in the lower time frame. Now, okay, so bullish followed by long wick candle and forming a potential doji here. So this is the zone that expecting to break out and to potentially trend in the major direction. So here is the gap open, and want to see the market is in fact moving in the direction. That's what we would like to see. Currently I am on running profit. I believe that because we all have the same entry, so you guys also should have the same. So let's catch some peep here first, and then we'll be re-entering once we see that after we close, if we find further entry. Couple of trades that if we can catch some gain here, starting the week with some positive outcome will be great to see. First we would like to see that the trend continuation. Trend is your friend, also my friend together, as you know, trend always will give the best trade setup. And as you know that 90%, almost 70% weight to a trade that I give is in the direction of the trend. Good morning, welcome. I don't think that's a good trade on gold. Okay, I think could be there. We can't judge a trade anyway. The most important part here for trading is to do the risk management and that just to trade based on a strategy and then trade based on risk management. A trade can be a winner or can be a losing trade, but the most important part here is when you open the trade, okay, you need to ask very important, very important, triple W. Okay, so we'll be discussing on that, either good trade or bad trade. We'll be looking at triple W when we are opening the position. If you don't need to know what is triple W, www dot not dot, so the only so you can know that it's moving up, only www. Okay, that's what we see. That now the market is heading at the moment in the direction. Okay, so first looking at that couple of pips here. Okay, so you're now what is that we need to look at when you're looking at the trade? Triple W, right? Triple W is the key, guys. If you really want to learn the real trading here, make sure you take notes what we are discussing, and so that you know that exactly how trading works. So there's a doji 1 minute. Like to see that the market is still maintaining that bullish structure. Okay, now it's getting some pullback. Okay, looks like that it's forming a 1 minute potential liquidity candle. So what is liquidity grab is also very important to look at when we are looking at the market. And here is, okay, so we see that bounce. All right, so this is the zone here. We can see that bounce, expecting it to move back up to the resistance and then to give us some opportunity in that area. Okay, we can see that move, very strong bullish impulse here, which is good to see that. See again, immediate rejection. So we are on some positive gain, and then the market is slowly coming for a pullback here. Getting some move here. Okay, now would like to see that it is managing to bounce and breaking the high to create a new higher high. So let's just stay in the winning side here. 11 pip currently. Stay in the winning side. So far in our favor. And what I think that the price might go to the 4-hour 20 EMA, which could be that one here. So like to see that it's on that move. I will also open with all of you guys with a comparatively smaller account so that we can have some fun on it. And just to get an idea. So we will be looking to the trade here, and let's see how far we can take it. So this is a all right. So I will be ready to close whenever needed. Okay, trading on smaller can sometimes good to see that you have enough freedom to take any kind of decision. So I'm ready to either to take the profit or take it to the upside. So our TP target is here at 2878, still running in that zone with the profit. And at the moment, let's look at that here. So we can see that this is the bullish trend. And okay, so by the way, as I'm trading on, okay, so here still I can see that there is a possibility for an upside bias here. Okay, all right, so here is want to see that it's having an upside bias here to that resistance. 2878 level is the important level. So let push it up here. Let's see that if it is directly hitting that TP level. I'm ready to close anytime if needed to do that, and you guys will see that what I'm doing if needed in that zone. Now okay, bias is still up, so I'm holding it. Scratch those potential peep here. So what I'm going to do at the moment is just moving the stop loss above a little above entry, because I don't want to take the loss at the moment at this point in time. So I move the stop loss, as you can see, just above that high. So if it drops down, that I will be most likely to go out without any loss or profit. We may not get that TP, but still you will be on without any loss. So you can see my stop loss just above the entry. If we need to re-enter, we can do that. I think it might take us without anything. So that's almost there. Unfortunate drop. So if we need to re-enter, we can do that. I move my stop loss just above the entry. Now if the market managed to go back up, we are lucky, or we will be just without anything. We'll be re-entering again in another price action, no problem at all. There's always trade in the market, so you can see some improvement coming. Most likely we could see that it might be getting an upside. If it does, then we are on it and we'll be holding it for the full TP here. If not, then we are waiting to see that what's kind of price action is potentially forming. Okay, most likely. Okay, so we are out on without any profit or loss. Break even, and it's break even. We'll be re-entering. Okay, so we are break even, and in that trade, so we'll be re-entering again for another one. Okay, now it's just getting a bounce from here. Just took it out of the trade, but at the moment I will be waiting to see what kind of price action is forming again, as it just got a break even. It might start a trend from here, but we will be waiting to see the market how it might be doing here. And you can see the market here, it's coming for that pullback in that area. Like to see deeper pullback and then to return again. Now here, if you guys look at it, you can see this is a move. And let's look at the lower time frame. Okay, so now we will be re-entering once we see enough pullback in this market. We need to see that pullback, okay, and then we will be re-entering. Now at the moment, pullback is very important to see that it has got enough pullback here. And I think that if it bounce back up again, we could see the market is going back to that 20 EMA from the 1 hour chart, from the 4 hour 20 EMA, which is a very important level here. So let's look at the 1 minute again. You can see it's just forming a structure in that area. And currently this trend line is crucial to see if it is retesting the trend line, then it will be re-entering again. And in the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. So you see that drop here from the lower time frame, and with that drop, okay, the market is coming to the support here, and that's where we can see the price is approaching that level. Okay, so would like to see that it's coming down here, and we may see that break of structure in that area. So yeah, let's look at. Okay, so it dropped to that. From here, it could start to break again to the upside. But I will be waiting to see that it has broken from the structure, and then we will be looking into the trade. Thank you. So slowly we can see that it is forming potentially a bullish momentum here. Okay, so here you can see that this is the move here on XAUSD, expecting pullback and then to potentially bounce here to create a new higher high. We can see that after this breakup structure, yeah, so it managed to bounce. Keeping this one as a stop loss, we'll be re-entering this trade now by market. So I'm re-entering the trade by market, putting the stop loss just below this leg, TP target at the same level. So it's a market order they're putting on. So I'm on again with this trade. So I'm on again with this trade, expecting an upside here, as it has dropped well below to the support, and now from the multi-time frame we see that significant move. So there is a pin bar here that's formed, and so where in this trade here, and if we look at the 4 hour, so what I'm expecting for the market to go ahead and retest that level. So there is a doji. You can look in the 1 minute and the doji formation. Okay, so failed to bounce. Now let's see if it is now planning for a bounce or deeper pullback. Still, the trend could remain bullish from this level, as long-term picture is bullish here. Okay, now might again go back for sideway movement, which is We are seeing that 1 hour close, and with this 1 hour candle close, just coming for a deeper pullback. So with the 1 hour close, looking at that one on the 1 hour, and this is the 1 hour price action where this is a bull market, and okay, so very long doji, and okay, so we see that a bounce here and just cross my entry. You guys might have a different entry, but we see that there is a cross of my entry. So we're waiting to see a bounce and then catching some pip, closing it up, not closing my trade, just telling that once we see enough gain, then we will be looking to close with some gain. So here is a potential inverted head and shoulder formation, which already has formed. So we can say that not potential, it's already formed a head and shoulder. So expecting for the market to trend, unless again it's trying to drop again. But so far the price action showing that potential momentum to the upside here. There's a 1 hour candle close coming in 8 minutes time, and see that which way the market might be heading to here. Okay guys, so I hope that you're enjoying the live session. Here is what's happening. 4 hour is 4 hour price action is trying to break that high, which is what I think that most likely to happen, potentially to go to the 4 hour 20 EMA, which is the target is there because of that reason, so that we can see that the market is in fact heading to that direction here. And okay, so 1 minute chart, a narrow red candle formation, which I didn't expect it to happen like that, but we see that okay, so if it is maintaining the trend, which is will be good to us to see that it's maintaining an uptrending market structure here to the resistance line, to the liquidity zone. And okay, now maintaining that bullish market structure is essential for us to see the market is in fact moving in that direction. Too loud sound for the music, isn't it? It's dropping a little bit. So the trend is so far is still bullish. We see multiple liquidity gap with a couple of times break of structure. Want to see that it's moving in our favor here. And Now this drop here is where okay, so we see a rejection to the upside. Just we're waiting to see that to happen. So here we can see the market from this support level here getting a rejection to the upside, and with that rejection expecting for the market to trend here. Okay, so which is wanting to see. So we will be seeing 1 hour candle close in a couple of minutes. It's very interesting music. Okay, now here so 4 hour again we see there is a pullback, but this this time frame is where there is a probability for a move to the 4 or 20 EMA. That's what waiting on this market to happen. Again, look at the 1 minute chart. We can see that this is trying to organize to the upside, though we see a very strong bullish momentum. I'm on the trade and want to see that it's going in our favor. The music was weird. It's now it just changes the tone. In the last moment there's a rejection, but at the same time it might start move back, or let's see what kind of candlestick pattern is forming here. That's with the 1 hour again we can see that after a pullback there is a bounce, and that's what we're expecting here. That bounce to take the price back to the resistance line here. we can see in that move, which is I don't want to see that it's getting a break of structure here. Always remaining with the trend is always the best idea. Even if the trade not going in our favor, we still be preferring to stay in the direction of the trend, and that's the best way to trade the market. Okay, so here is it's very tight. Stop loss might take us. Okay, that's again, there is a massive rejection again. Whenever it's stopping, there's a getting a rejection, and so I'm out with the trade. Let's see if we can find further entry opportunity here. We'll delete that one here, and to see it's the 1 hour. Okay, very strong bull market still, and the market ultimately, what I think that coming to the 4 hour 20 MA. So there is a long wick rejection here from the 1 minute. Looking at the 1 hour chart again, okay, so 4 hour, if we look at now, it may come for further pullback here, and with that pullback, that's where we might find that another entry in this market. So let's wait for that. Okay, and here now in this area here, okay, so you can see that this is the zone here, expecting for this market to potentially drop to the deeper level and then to bounce. Okay, so you can see that there is a break of structure here, so that might now lead that price potentially back to some support level here. So there's a short-term drop possible here. And so there is a short-term drop possible here. I think there might be a local breakup structure. We'll be waiting to see how the market is reacting. There is a downside possible here at the moment, as the market is getting a rejection from the top. You see the price is close below the support level. So this is 15 minutes, and if this market is breaking below, then here we might see that testing to that support, and from that support we can expect that one to drop back again. Okay, so waiting to see that coming down, and yeah, we can see some downside pressure here. Okay, drop back down. um okay, so here is 1 hour chart. As we can see, the price start to drop in that direction to the support. Expecting it to come back down and then to bounce back up. So here is what we are waiting for on the 1 minute chart. As you can see, this drop here on the lower time frame, as expecting it to break above to the 20 EMA. That's where you can see the price almost dropped to that support here. And this move, once we see the price has dropped well below that level, expecting that it to retest and then to revert back again. So okay, now it has, if we look at the daily perspective here, we can see that the price just below the daily support level. If you guys look at it, you can see that this is the daily support here, and with that daily support, okay, so this is the daily support from the 4 hour time frame here as well. Okay, the market is on the daily support. From the 1 hour chart here as well, we can see the market is on the daily at this lower time frame price action here. From the 5 minute chart here, we can see that pretty strong drop in that area, and with that movement, so this is the 1 minute chart. At the moment, what we can expect for the price to potentially return again in the major direction. So this is what we are waiting on. Looking at the 5 minute chart, okay, so here is, okay guys, so what we can see, this is the drop here coming to that support level. Okay, we can see further potential drop. this music? I don't know where it's coming from. Like this one here. Okay, now here we can see that there is further probability to drop to that support level, and then we would like to see that having a bounce. Now 4-hour time frame, this is what I'm looking at the moment, as in this lower time frame from the 4-hour perspective, from this support level, the next bounce that we could see to the 20 EMA of the intraday perspective here. Okay, so we'll be waiting to see. Okay, now here is the doji formation. There is a potential for a bounce here. Let's look at where we can expect that bounce to see in this market. So look in the 1 minute chart again. So here I'm going to place the third trade on the pending order above this level at 2873. Stop loss below this low. TP target will be above this high here. So 2873.20. This is the next trade that we're looking at on XAUSD. The market is moving faster. I'm going to enter by market here, a bullish trade to that level TP target. So I am on for the next trade here. It started to move in that direction that we expected. So here in this trade, the stop loss is around 44 pip. So we'll be targeting here for the next trade around 38 pip. Now, as I mentioned before, guys, the key here is to do the risk management, and I do emphasize on that. So with the next trade here, we are on the, I'm on it, expecting it to, so the my TP target here 2876.70, and now if it is 30 minutes chart, let's look at that. Okay, so here is, so look at the 15 minutes, a pretty strong rejection here. So wanting to see that one is giving us that the previous one's TP as well. So the TP target here, we can adjust the TP, but I think that if the market is potentially bouncing from here, we could see that it's getting to the upside. So here is the resistance line here. So you can see this is a resistance. I moved the TP, my TP is 2877.14, just to, if the market is having a bounce, then we could see the price ultimately going back to that level here. Okay, so let's wait to see that if the market is, because the stop loss is here. Okay, the probability for the market to bounce is higher. Okay, in that area where we can see the market is all right, so you can see it's having said that and well, we can see that it's getting some upside here. I'd like to see that it's moving in that direction. And as I mentioned before, guys, if it is getting that move, so you look at the 15 minutes chart, there is a doji 1 hour chart here. Yeah, so if it is having a bounce, then if we look at the 4-hour 20 EMA, let's look at the 4-hour 20 EMA again, and even we can expect it to to go that far here. So but unless it's coming for another wave of liquidity grab. So we'll see that it is coming for another wave of liquidity grab, which price might try to do that, but okay, so there's a gap open here. In this area, this is where you can see that the market, if you guys look at it, you can see that this is there is a probability for an upside here. Okay, now so 4 hour here, this time frame is waiting to see the market is in that structure. Okay, so from the daily, if you guys look at it, you can see the price has crossed the daily high, wanting to see that from the daily perspective, the price in fact crossing that threshold, which is very important to see that it's crossing that threshold, because today is the first day of trading week, and especially the intraday time frame from the 4 hour, when the market opened with a gap and managed to form a bullish doji followed by another bullish candle and the long wick at the top at the moment in this 4 hour time frame, and the probability to wick fill is at the top in this market. So therefore I'm still biased to the upside, unless the market sometime behave differently, and because of that reason, it is the number one priority is to manage the risk. As you can see, all my trade, I put the stop loss and everything in the trade that I open. um, unless I'm hedging it. Okay, so there are two ways that we can trade. One is by hedging, the other one is without hedging. So if I'm hedging, then I'm hedging. If I'm not hedging, then definitely it's important that we place the proper stop loss for each trade, because one trade is not always enough. Sometimes we need to take multiple trades to get to the target that we are looking at, because if you lose one trade, that's okay, right? Next trade can give you what you have back. The emotion is very important to make sure that you control or become resilient in the emotion. In the beginning, when I started my trading, it sometimes happened that when we lose one trade, it's look like that I lost that capital. But later, the way I started to uh, train my mind and brain is that in a way to think that those capital that we have given the trade is just in the market. Next trade can bring that back all even with the profit. So that's why we can keep that stronger emotional resilience in that situation. No matter how many trades, you still can remain profitable over the long term, because it's all about maintaining your discipline. And when the market is in your favor, take all of them that you need. You can study all the successful trader. They sometimes trade ruthlessly when it is in their favor. That's how trading is. Okay, so you want one trade didn't work out, that's okay. Next trade, just take when the market going in your direction, adding position one after one, taking all the profit. And this is the smartest way to trade the market. And you have to be uh, you have to be strong enough mentally to do that. And that's why the training session here in the academy as well. So it's like, for example, when the market is not going in your favor, just let it go. Not going in your favor, let it go. When it is going in your favor, first trade, let's say you put 1% risk or 2% risk, and then the trend is nice, looking in your direction. After a break of structure, instead of taking profit, add one more position. Okay, and then once it's going in your favor, rather than taking profit, add one more position. And that's how, when it is going in your favor, because as long as you can understand the trend, you know that which way the market is heading, and that time taking all those profit, all those taking all those trade, and then closing with profit. That's how trading is. So um, there are many ways we can trade in the live session as well. So you see that when one trade is not going in our favor, we just let it go, and then looking for the best one, and then taking that one. So there are a couple of strategies can be used. One of the strategy that I used to use, still I use, is um, let's say one trade didn't work out with a smaller risk. The next trade, when it is going in our favor in the same um, strategy, okay, same risk reward, just a little bit of increasing the risk and then taking the profit with the same direction, with the same risk reward, which will give us the previous trade plus new one. And then and that's how it's kind of hedging, but without like with closing the trade. Okay, so that's how we can also add position in a winning position. So this is the smartest way to trade the market. Okay, now here is this is the 1 hour chart. Look at the 30 minutes perspective, long week. Okay, we can see that there is a potential bounce which we're expecting in that area here, and then with that bounce, now this is from this intraday time frame. I'm still expecting to have potentially upside here to the 20 EMA for a retest. Let's see, we went out too early. Now daily, so we are on this one. We'll be waiting to see how much it may drop here. Okay, so you guys can see that this is the, okay, there is a potential rejection. Now if it managed to bounce, this is what I'm waiting to see, that it's going back to the 4-hour 20 EMA. Okay, now getting that rejection, this candlestick pattern will determine that either it's getting that upside or it's again coming back for another drop here. So doji inverted hammer, and with the inverted hammer expecting it to potentially bounce, but it may see what's the, this is a very unusual price action is being made here. So if it is this one is a zone of reversal, then we could see potentially again return back to the upside here. Right, let's look at that. Let's wait for the market to show its hand. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Okay, we are above our TPJ. I think we'll be holding it now. So yeah, we can see that move at the moment. We are almost nearing to our entry. So would like to see that it's getting that that bounce here. And now you can see that from this support level here, if it is as the market has shown its way hand in that direction, and okay, so we see some upside here. We are nearing to the entry, wanting to see that it's having that bounce. And if you guys look at it, see that if it is bouncing, then 4-hour 20 EMA is probability to hit that level. And now you can see that this is a pretty massive bounce. So here is we can see that with this couple of dodgy formation, expecting it to potentially move back to the upside here. Now, if the market is heading in the direction that we are discussing to the 4-hour 20 EMA, that's I'm expecting it to move back up, and which is if you look at the 4-hour 20 EMA, this is because the market has opened with a gap with a potential for a reversal. That's what I am expecting it to go ahead and retest, even break that high above. So this is what you can see. This is the 1 minute chart here, and 1 minute bullish move possible. So here on our profit zone, just have entered into that and want to see that it's getting up and then hitting that TP target. So let's wait for that to happen here. And now it is crucially important that it's being able to break this resistance here, which is a crucial level to look at. Awesome, thank you very much. And we can see there is a okay, so let's look at, you want to see that it's being managed to bounce and then to potentially a trend in the direction. So the bounce is very important to look at. Okay, now there is a one minute bullish candle. Okay, gap open, and you guys enjoying the live session? Give a feedback and don't hesitate to ask any question. Let's see here. Hello, sure. When you are re-entered, so we are on the trade. Looks like that we are now currently in the direction. So let's okay, now here is the most important part is, as I mentioned, the market to be able to break that 2875 level here. Okay, so we need some new exciting music. Okay, so you can see here there is a rejection again, and that's where okay, so this is the doji here, and back-to-back two dojis, and the bull's not getting enough fuel here. It's expecting a little stronger move, but still it's struggling a little bit in that area because of the long-term trend. So so this is an potentially an order block here, and from this order block we may see wanting to see that having a very strong bounce here. So here we need to wait to see that the market is in fact getting that rejection from the support level. So once we see enough momentum in this market, we'll see that a big move because of the new trending direction. So that's what I think the price is trying to maintain, or gaining that momentum for this potential upside here. Okay, so you guys can see that there is a gap here. Okay, so we see that slowly the price action is trying to form that bullish pattern in that area. Okay, so here is here's 30 minutes candle to close 12 minutes. So bulls here not getting very stronger momentum, so but it's trying to always pushing that price because it's a strong uptrend, and it's the daily level. So let's look at how the market is trying to react to the daily level. Okay, getting that candlestick pattern to remain in that direction. So if it is, look at, you can see the 15 minutes, if the candlestick pattern remaining in that pattern creating series of higher low, we can expect an upside here in that direction. So 5 minutes chart here as well. Only concern here, if it is forming a head and shoulder, then that could be a change of trend. In that case, we might see that, well, here, but which is still I'm expecting to have less likely to happen, but it may happen. So okay, now the way the structure has formed, we once we see that bounce to our entry nearing, and let's review with the 1 hour chart to see what kind of price action is forming as this candle is closing. So if you look at the 1 hour price action, you can see if this candle is closing as a narrow doji to the upside, that's the probability that the next price the market may potentially bounce here. If not, then we may see that downside. But here 30 minutes price action, we can see that there is another bounce here, and here you can see the price trying to push towards upside in the direction of the major trend. The bulls trying hard here to take that price to the upside, which we see that nearing that. The only concern here is that sometime whenever the price is going to that liquidity zone, getting some kind of rejection, Okay, guys, so we can see that it's still in our direction, nearing to our entry, as well as in that direction. So I'm still hoping or expecting, according to the analysis, for the market to remain bullish. As you can see, it's nearing to the entry. Now if you guys are on the trade, I'm almost nearing to the end of this session. It's up to you how you gonna manage it at the moment, because it's nearing to our entry. So if you think that it's gonna be for you to run risky, so you might be considering to manage it accordingly. I'm still holding it, and I will keep it on until either going there or here. But any update that I'm doing, if there is anything, I will be sharing with you in the VIP free Telegram channel, as well as this is a live trade. So if you want to have access to that as well, you can join the free Telegram channel to get more updates, free education and updates that I'm posting every single day, so that you can stay notified. Also, make sure you give a thumbs up. We are almost at the end of the session, but still, like is always appreciated. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, don't miss out. I do come on live every single day, along with many analysis that I'm posting every single day. Will transform your view about the market, and to become a consistently profitable trader, make sure you guys stick with the channel. So with that being said, thank you very much for joining this live session. I'll see you again very soon, trading live together. Until that, stay well, stay happy.